Blake Lively and Leonardo DiCaprio walked hand in hand during their recent trip to Verona, Italy.
Blake Lively's weird obsession with dating her co-stars has been exposed. If you thought her love life was all sunshine and romance, think again, because Blake's romantic history is way messier than you'd expect. Before she was snagging A-list actors, Blake had a lesser-known relationship with Kelly Blatz, her first serious boyfriend. They dated before she hit it big in Hollywood, and from all accounts, Kelly was head over heels for her. But surprise, surprise, once Blake's career started taking off, she left him in the dust. Friends of Kelly later claimed that Blake had always been calculating when it came to relationships and wasn't afraid to move on if someone didn't fit into her bigger plans. Now, let's talk about the one that had everyone fooled, her on set, romance with Penn Badgley. Gossip Girl fans were obsessed with Serena and Dan's love story, but it turns out their real-life relationship wasn't quite as dreamy. Blake Lively and Penn Badgley looked like the ultimate Hollywood golden couple, young, gorgeous, successful, and totally in love. Fans couldn't get enough of them, and for a while everything seemed perfect. But behind the scenes? Oh, honey, it was anything but perfect. While Penn was out here playing the devoted boyfriend, Blake was busy cozying up to none other than Ben Affleck. Yes, you heard that right. While filming The Town, where she played Ben's ex-girlfriend, a struggling, single mom still tangled in her past, Blake was putting in some extra credit work off-screen. And let's just say she had a strategy. She wasn't just showing up to set and hoping for the best. She was baking for Ben. Yep, she would whip up homemade treats and personally deliver them to him. And let's be real, Blake knew exactly what she was doing. And guess what? It worked. Because when the cameras weren't rolling, the paparazzi were catching them looking a little too comfortable with each other, touching, whispering, giggling. It was all happening. And Ben? That man was blushing every time someone mentioned Blake's name in an interview. Now, this little off-screen romance didn't last long, but oh, it definitely caused some problems. Because Ben Affleck wasn't exactly single at the time. He was very much married to Jennifer Garner. And let's just say Jen was not happy about it. But when that fling fizzled out, did Blake take a break and focus on herself? Oh, absolutely not. Instead, she went straight for Hollywood's most notorious bachelor, Leonardo DiCaprio. And let's be real, every young actress in Hollywood probably dreamed of dating Leo at some point. But Blake? She actually made it happen. She was 23 when she met him, which meant she was eligible to date Leo for 2 more years. You know the rule. And Blake was not wasting even a single day. The very same day they met, they went out to dinner. No games, no waiting 3 days to text back, straight to date night. And how did they meet? Blake had auditioned for The Great Gatsby because, of course, she had her sights set on a leading role alongside Leo, and since she had a habit of dating her co-stars, everyone thought she was about to snag the role of Daisy Buchanan. But plot twist, she didn't get it. The role went to Carey Mulligan instead. But did Blake walk away empty-handed? Absolutely not. She may have lost the role, but she walked away with something even better, Leonardo freaking DiCaprio. Their relationship was fast and flashy, jet-setting all over the world, taking glamorous vacations and living that A-list couple fantasy.
Blake Lively and Leonardo DiCaprio walked hand in hand during their recent trip to Verona, Italy.
But if you look at their pictures together, something always felt off. Blake was beaming, looking totally smitten, while Leo, he looked, well, unbothered, completely indifferent. And that's never a good sign. Sure, they had their moments. Leo loved Blake's cooking, and Blake, well, she had an interesting way of showing affection. Instead of sending cute selfies or love notes, she would send him photos of dolls. Yes, dolls. Sounds a bit freaky, right? Imagine getting that in your inbox. But let's be honest, Blake was never going to be the one to tie Leo down. The man has a strict age limit, and as soon as things started getting too serious, Leo did what Leo always does. He disappeared.
Scarlett Johansson has been mum about her divorce from ex-hubby Ryan Reynolds since they announced their split last December.
But don't feel bad for Blake. She had her next move planned before the dust even settled. And this time, she wasn't playing around. She went straight for Ryan Reynolds. Now, this was the moment Blake stopped dating her co-stars. But let's be real. It wasn't because she suddenly had a change of heart. It was because Ryan Reynolds wasn't just a co-star, he was husband material. There was just one tiny little problem. Ryan was still married to Scarlett Johansson. Yep. When Blake and Ryan started getting close on the set of Green Lantern in 2011, Ryan's marriage to Scarlett was already crumbling, and as soon as it became clear that things weren't going to work out between them, Blake was right there, ready to pick up the pieces. Ryan and Scarlett officially filed for divorce, and before you could even blink, Blake was moving in. And their wedding? Oh boy, they got married on a slave plantation. Yes, a plantation. And when people found out, the backlash was immediate. They got called out left and right, and they had to issue a public apology for it. But despite the controversy, they moved forward, and now they have 4 kids together. Sources close to the couple have whispered for years that Blake is obsessed with maintaining her public image and that their marriage is as much a PR move as it is a love story. Those playful birthday posts where they roast each other, fans eat them up. But insiders claim it's all part of Blake's carefully crafted brand as the cool wife, because nothing screams down to earth like a relationship that's being performed for the internet. But let's talk about Ryan for a second, because behind all the charm and humor, that man is controlling. And if you think Ryan wasn't keeping tabs on Blake's past relationships, think again. Ryan has never let Blake's fling with Leo go. The man is petty, and he's not just watching Leo, he's keeping an eye on every guy Blake has ever been, linked to, like Justin Baldoni. Now this is where things get really messy. There are rumors that Blake had a thing for Justin, and let's just say she was not subtle about it. She started sending flirty text messages, trying to reel him in. But Justin, he wasn't having it. And when he didn't respond the way Blake wanted, oh, she snapped. Instead of moving on like a normal person, Blake went full scorched earth. She launched a smear campaign against Justin, trying to destroy his reputation. But Justin wasn't about to let that slide. He hit back with a $400 million lawsuit, calling her out for defamation. And suddenly, the girl who always got her way in Hollywood was losing. But despite all the drama, one thing's for sure, Blake Lively has mastered the art of shaping her own narrative. Whether it's carefully chosen relationships, perfectly timed career moves, or a marriage that doubles as a branding strategy, she knows how to control her image. From her early days with Penn Badgley to her whirlwind Leo romance, her not-so-innocent start with Ryan Reynolds, and the whispers about her Hollywood friendships, Blake's life is far from the flawless fairy tale she presents to the world. Blake may have hopped from one Hollywood heartthrob to another, always managing to stay in the spotlight. But at what cost? Because behind all the perfect photos and seemingly happy moments, the drama has never stopped. And knowing Hollywood? It never will. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more juicy Hollywood gossip.